Hey guys, welcome back. We're talking about weather today. Mike Schultz with you once again on a Monday, and today it looks like a little cloudy all day long. Maybe winter might be giving up on us, and we're not sure, but we'll have to keep an eye out and see. As far as what we're going to be talking about tonight, well, as I said, it looks like some snow might be developing later on this evening. And then we're also looking at temperatures not nearly as warm as we were hoping for last week. We were looking at temperatures near 50 degrees, but only the 40s expected. And then also it looks like it'll be sloppy the rest of the week with a mix of rain and snow. Wish we had better news for you, but that's what it looks like right now. As far as our numbers go, today's high was 43, the low last night 29. The record high 55 in 1939, the record low 31 below in 1963. Your sunrise and sunset about 13 hours and 14 minutes of daylight, a gain of 7 minutes from yesterday. And the satellite picture kind of gives you an idea what's going on. We have a big mass of moisture here. It's all coming out of the south and the southwest over the top of a high pressure ridge, and that's what we call a dirty ridge, which means more moisture can work its way into the Fairbanks area from the southwest into the interior. And as you can see, a little bit more happening here at the last end of the satellite picture, which shows that we are already looking at some of that moisture working in. So maybe later on tonight we'll get that snow developing. As far as what's going on across the rest of the state, well, Ketchikan, finally some sunshine there. 48 degrees for their high. Showers once again around Juneau, 44 degrees. At Kodiak is 48 degrees for the high today with a little bit of rain falling. And over the Anchorage Bowl, 39 for their high. Cold day along the Aleutian Chain here. You can see 42 degrees and cloudy skies. And up and down the west coast, 25 at Bethel, 17 for the high at Nome. 8 below at Barrow, and for Yukon, 34 degrees with sunshine all day long. Lower 48 weather, a big area of low pressure. This is a cold pocket of air coming across. You can see the little speckles there on the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. That's where the colder air is meeting the warmer temperatures there. And again, quite a bit of snow activity expected across the Rocky Mountain region. And just the opposite across the rest of the country, over the eastern half of the country, things are looking pretty good, dry, and also lots of wind that is causing some real grief for the folks across the Central Plains. A high fire risk is in effect right now. Low relative humidity, strong winds, and warm air all the way across, and that's going to continue. And as far as the overall jet stream, once again, you can see a little bit of a dip in the jet stream across the Great Lakes area. That's why it's going to be looking at maybe a mix of rain and snow across there. But the rest of the country looks pretty good. Lots of warm temperatures. All right, time once again for our kids' weather. And this week we're going to be talking with the kids from Badger Road Elementary School. Tonight, here's a young lady with an interesting story about a storm she was in.
I grew up in Tennessee, and once I remember a tornado. It was in 2006. I looked it up, and 27 people died. My stepdad saved someone that day. She was worried because of the tornado, and he saved her before it was too late. My stepdad is in the Army, so I would like to thank him and the other people in the Army.
Thanks, Kaylani, and we all do appreciate the Army guys and gals from what they do. And again, thanks to Mount McKinley Bank for sponsoring our kids' weather. And tomorrow night, another young lady will be here with a really cool watercolor that she did of another storm. Okay, here's what's going on. As far as our forecast for tomorrow for the northern sections, the machine's going crazy on me tonight. Looks like we have a little bit of a problem there. I will tell you that we are looking at a little more precipitation across the southeastern sections. And, well, everybody else, if you can read that fast, you've got to go to the head of the class, I'll tell you that. Anyway, as far as forecasts go, here's what our forecast looks like for tonight. Looking at light snow likely overnight with a couple inches, 24 degrees for the overnight low. Tomorrow's forecast, morning snow diminishing by afternoon, 41 degrees for the high, and the extended forecast, no 50s in the forecast this time. As you can see here, temperatures looking at low to mid 40s all the way across the board. Overnight lows will also be quite mild for this time of year, looking at around 20 to 23 degrees and then cooling off a little bit toward the end of the 5-day period there. Okay, Sarah, are you ready to give me an awe? Here it comes. Here's the photo for tonight.
Aww.
That's an ermine friend sent in by Gary Bystad. He says he eats all the voles, and they've adopted him as their own pet. And that's a cute little guy. Anyway, as always, if you have a photograph to share, send it to photos at ktvf11.com.
That was cute.
That's a great photo.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Little furry guy.
All right, that'll wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We are glad you could join us.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, the Georgia governor is expected to veto a controversial religious rights bill. That's up next with Lester Holt.
You can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webster11.com.
From all of us here at the News Center, have a fabulous night.
Good night.